Is Errol Spence Jr. back in the gym training for Terrence Crawford? Videos have been shown on his Instagram and also on YouTube of Errol Spence Jr. back in the gym immediately after his 10th round stoppage win over your Ugas, and also he's been seen on a heavy bag just recently. What is going on? Are we getting closer and closer to this fight with Terrence Bud Crawford, the fight that we've all been waiting for? What's going on, y'all? What's going on? This your boy Get a Mic. Much love, peace, blessings to everybody checking into the channel, man. Really appreciate everybody for showing love. And are we getting closer to Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford, the fight that we've all been waiting for? It looks like we're getting extremely close, man. Both fighters have been seen in the gym, and they look like they're taking their training up to a whole new level. We know both of these fighters are going to have to bring their absolute A game for each other, because we know these are the two top welterweights in the division, the two top welterweights in the world for that matter. And we know for the bragging rights, for the big paydays, for the great future ahead for both of these fighters, we know how badly they both want to win. They both have that dog-like mentality, to the point where neither one of them can envision themselves losing to the other fighter. They've had countless of interactions with each other in the past at fights and back in the back room of certain fights, and just multiple different times that they've came across each other at fights, outside of fights, where they got into it, man, and they start trash talking, man. And both fighters, you could just tell that they do not want to lose this fight when it does happen, man. But immediately after the fight in the ring with Errol Spence and Ugas, Errol Spence's lead trainer Derek James told Errol Spence that you got to get back in the gym immediately so that there's no lapse in focus. And that's hinting to us that, along with Errol Spence Jr. calling out Terrence Crawford in the ring after this fight, it looks like this is the next fight to be made. Now, there was some rumors of Terrence Crawford possibly having a tune-up, and Keith Thurman wanting to get in there and try to fight Terrence Crawford, and winner gets Errol Spence. But I gotta be honest, I really don't think that anything is gonna mess this fight up here coming soon. Now, obviously, in the sport of boxing, we've seen things get in the way. We've seen injuries in training camp. We've seen issues with negotiations, and we've seen all of these things happen, man. But I gotta be honest, there's a strong feeling that I'm getting that there's going to be, in the near future, there's going to be some news of this fight being made, man, because there's just so much pointing to it. There's so much implications of this being one of the biggest fights that we've had in boxing in a long time. There's just so many implications, man. The fact that we've been seeing both of these guys taking their training to the next level, man. And you just gotta have that feeling that we're gonna probably be getting this fight, man. And there is a fight this Saturday. I think Shakur Stevenson is getting in the ring with Oscar Valdez, if I'm not mistaken. And I heard an article about him sparring with Terrence Crawford, right? Because them boys always work together over there. Terrence Crawford, he gets in there and trains with those guys a lot, works with the younger guys. And it looks like Shakur Stevenson, came out in the interview. I guess they was asking him, and he was basically saying that he was in there with Terrence Crawford, and he felt good about his chances. He felt like he was holding his own in the ring with Terrence Crawford, and I guess he believes, that Terrence Crawford has been strengthening him and making him a whole lot better, to the point where he feels like he could beat anybody in or around his weight class, man. I don't know what that means, but I tell you what, Shakur Stevenson is a young dog. He's a young lion, for that matter. And a lot of times when you start getting closer to the, getting up there in age, man, which Terrence Crawford is getting a little closer up there in age than he would, than he would like to be. But it always is a good thing, in my opinion, to get in there with the younger guys, and they keep you fresh, man. The younger guys keep you keep you younger. You know what I mean? They don't let you slip and start getting old. And I think him in there working with guys like Shakur Stevenson and working with guys like Devin Haney and stuff like that, man, you definitely gonna get in there and they're gonna keep you young, man. So that could be a good thing. I've seen people do videos about possibly Terrence Crawford struggling with Shakur Stevenson, but I'm not about to do that to Terrence Crawford, man. I know Terrence Crawford in there working, and you can't take nothing away from these young fellas, man, because a lot of these up and coming dudes, man, they be young, they be powerful, they be quick, man, and they got skills, so you can't really take nothing away from that, man. But I like to think Shakur Stevenson honestly can get in there and make it tough on any fighter in or around these weight classes, man. So I don't take nothing from that except the fact that Terrence Crawford is getting in there. He's working with the younger guys, helping them, showing them certain things, and also those younger fighters is keeping him young, man, because he see the speed and power from these young up-and-coming boxers, man, and it's keeping him want to keep going, and that could be a good thing in his fight versus Errol Spence Jr. Now, in my personal opinion, like I said before, I am rolling on the side of Errol Spence in this fight. You know, I do think Errol Spence Jr. has the tools. I do think he has the star power. I think he has the skill set. I think he has all of the attributes needed to go in there and beat a Terrence Crawford, in my personal opinion. Does Terrence Crawford have a lot of skills? Does he have the skills to pay the bills where he's, you know, switching and moving around? He got power in both hands. He got speed. He got ring IQ. He has that it factor. I mean, Terrence Crawford has it all, in my opinion, when it comes down to the sport of boxing and what you need to become what he's already accomplished. You know what I mean? Being undisputed, multiple division, multiple time champion, moving up to 147, knocking guys out. Terrence Crawford has had, he has shown us, I should say, the fact that he's one of the best, and why a lot of people do crown him as pound for pound champion. But that's what's going to make this such a good fight, in my personal opinion, is because I think Errol Spence is a special fighter. I think he's a dominant type of fighter, man, and he's gonna get in there and make it tough on anybody, regardless of your skill set, regardless of how you may be doing early in the fight. Errol Spence Jr. keeps his foot on the gas pedal, man, and he's gonna keep coming. He's gonna keep throwing punches. He's gonna stay active. He's gonna be defensively responsible. He's gonna be how can I say, fundamentally sound in every aspect of the fight. And I think a lot of the boxing fans understand this on both sides. Whether you're rooting for Crawford, whether you're rooting for Spence, you do at some point understand that both of these fighters have what it takes to beat each other, man. And I think that's what makes this such a good fight. I know I've seen Andre Ward and other ex-champions and fighters. They do look at this and they do say that this is a 50-50 fight. I can't argue with that. Errol Spence Jr., however, did say what he was going to do before he fought Terrence Crawford. I know there's a lot of people that got frustrated with Errol, and, you know, Crawford's calling him out, and he's ducking. I get all of that. But at the end of the day, Errol Spence Jr. did make it very clear what he was going to do. He said he was going to go around the division collecting all the belts. Regardless of how it went down, he did exactly what he said he was going to do. And he name-dropped Terrence Crawford after his last fight with Ugas, man. So you gotta give that credit where it's due. Terrence Crawford was calling out Errol Spence a lot, but he also did hear, just like the rest of us heard, that Errol Spence, what he was going to try to do before he come after Terrence Crawford, man. So we look like we probably going to be getting this fight. I'm super hype about it. I'm not going to stop talking about these two because this is the biggest fight to be made in boxing, man. And I want to keep this fight on everybody's mind. I want to keep this topic going, man. And let's just keep talking about it, man, because I want to keep talking this fight into existence until we get there, man. And hopefully I see some of y'all at the fight. I don't care what I got to do, but I'm going to try to go. I don't care if the tickets are so expensive. Your boy got to get evicted or I don't care what I got to do, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to try to be there, man. But like I said, man, everybody check into the video. I appreciate it. Much love, peace, blessings to everybody that support the channel. We will try to stay consistent, man. We will try to keep pushing forward with these videos. I'm going to try to pump something out every day for y'all, man, if I can. Really appreciate y'all, man. So much love, peace, and blessings. This your boy, Get a Mic, and I'll be back. Peace.